Good Sunday morning. I'm Brittany Muller. Today, an autopsy will be conducted to determine what led to the death of an 18-year-old.
The money. Will any of the victims ever recover any of the money? The judge just said that you will be held in contempt if you don't produce the documents. Where are the documents?
News Channel 8 is your local election headquarters. In just hours, polls are opening for the last day of early voting. Homeland Security wants a federal lawsuit thrown out that pushes for the closure of Alligator Alcatraz because of environmental concerns. Right now, police are still searching for the person responsible for a swatting call at USF's main campus over the weekend. A Newport Richey couple is calling on Pasco County to provide better protection for their home after a car nearly crashed into it. The big question everyone wants to know, where did the money go? Federal prosecutors say Leo Gavoni spent the missing millions to buy real estate, pay off debts, travel on a private jet, funding other businesses, including Big Storm Brewing, which his son ran, and making deposits into his personal bank account.
Hours ago, we saw that white smoke signaling a new pope, and then we saw Pope Leo XIV take the balcony from St. Peter's Square, and it was just unbelievable to see that moment, a historic moment. He appeared comfortable, he appeared confident. What did you notice? There is no cure. And that's why there's the ALS Walk to Defeat ALS Sarasota tomorrow at Payne Park. It starts at 9 a.m. I'll be there as well with my mom. We have a personal connection.
News Channel 8 is your official Bucs station. We asked and the team delivered. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers opened their 2025 preseason with a blowout win against the Tennessee Titans at Ray J last night. The USF Bulls are waking up celebrating a stunning win against the Florida Gators at the Swamp. We're 3 days away from the peak of hurricane season. I can't believe it already, Juliana. Is anything brewing in the Atlantic that you're watching?
Yeah.
We were both here in the studio and you could hear the thunder from inside. You could see the lightning from our sky camera behind us. It was unbelievable. A person is dead this morning after crashing a jet ski in Lee County near Captiva Pass.
The suspect has been taken into police custody and multiple victims were reported in a shooting at Florida State University.
Police say a group of people were throwing fireworks in an alley and a loose dog ran after one and grabbed it. It's being called an accident and no one is being charged.
We're talking about not just targeting your money, but this takes an emotional impact. We're talking about you're taking away your trust, your sense of security. It's devastating what it can do. And I spoke with retired FBI agent Keith Ludwig, who founded Stop Scamming Me.
Former federal prosecutor Mike Gordon says his termination came without any warning, explanation, or cause. Now he's hired high-profile D.C. attorney Abby Lowell and is in the process of suing the Trump administration. That will make him the first fired federal prosecutor to take that legal step.
4 years after the U.S. Capitol attack, President Donald Trump returned to the presidency.
And you're going to see a lot of action on the J6 hostages.
And fulfilled his promise when he pardoned more than 1,500 criminal defendants charged for their actions on January 6, 2021.
When I pursued cases against January 6 rioters because of what they did, not because of who they supported, because they assaulted police officers, not because of who they voted for.
Former Assistant U.S. Attorney Mike Gordon, based in Tampa with the Middle District of Florida, prosecuted at least 30 January 6th cases, including members of the Proud Boys.
I've been a fighter my whole life, and for the last 8.5 years, I've fought on behalf of the Department of Justice, on behalf of the country. Now I'm in the position where I have to fight for myself. I lost my job doing what was right, but I didn't lose my voice.
Gordon is now using his voice to share what happened on June 27th. He says he wasn't the only one blindsided when he received this dismissal letter signed by Attorney General Pam Bondi, which cites Article 2 of the Constitution, empowering the president. Her letter reads, "You are removed from federal service effective immediately."
Is that a violation of your rights?
It is. How can someone be in charge of the Department of Justice, the part of the government tasked with enforcing the law, and also just ignore it to satisfy the president's desire for revenge?
AUSAs are covered by civil service protection laws.
The law requires that the government cannot fire a federal prosecutor without first giving warning and then giving a justification, a reason, a merit-based reason for firing. They didn't do any of that with me.
Stetson University professor of law Louis Varelli says when the government is taking something away, there is due process.
But the process matters sometimes more than the actual outcome. And when we lose the value of the process, when we don't require that power explain itself, then we run the risk of losing control over all of the legal structures that we hold dear.
Gordon was one of 3 January 6th prosecutors fired on June 27th, but the first wave came in January.
The Tampa U.S. Attorney's Office, from U.S. Attorney Kehoe on down to my direct supervisor, had no involvement in it. They were as caught off guard as I was.
Acting U.S. Attorney Greg Kehoe's office declined to comment, and so did the White House and the Department of Justice when I began asking questions about Gordon's firing and the cause. Back in March, this is what the president said during a rare visit to the DOJ.
We will expel the rogue actors and corrupt forces from our government.
What I do fear is that now that I'm out in the job market, I worry that I've been branded as a political actor when I wasn't one.
Before his firing, Mike Gordon was expected to go to trial on a case in about 2 weeks. He also co-led Pinellas County businessman Leo Gavoni's prosecution. Investigators say it's believed Emily Martinez used nail glue, yes, nail glue, to attach veneers to her victim's teeth. Licensed dentists say if a deal on dental work seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Pinellas Park Police say Emily Martinez promised to give her clients a killer smile at a killer price. Back in January, we told you when she was operating the Tap-In Beauty Bar under the alias Jasmine Martinez while presenting herself as a licensed professional. A licensed dentist will cost around $1,200 per tooth, while Martinez was offering a full set of veneers for a quarter of the cost.
Uninformed patients, uninformed consumers that don't really know what they're getting into, typically when this is done, it makes the problem double, triple, quadruple worse.
And that's exactly what police say happened. Dr. Christopher Bolness has practiced general dentistry in Tampa since 2001. Under Florida law, only qualified dentists can install veneers.
People think that because these advertisements are on Facebook or Instagram that they're legitimate advertisements, and a lot of the time, it's just a regular person that has no licensing, no experience, no education doing procedures like this.
According to this arrest affidavit, Martinez incorrectly applied veneers, which caused one victim to need emergency dental care. Pinellas Park Police Sergeant Wendy Vader says it's believed Martinez used nail glue to attach the veneer to the victim's teeth, but that's not all.
We have information that even like possibly pulling teeth and charging people.
7 months before Martinez's arrest, I spoke with her on the phone. She told me she took an online course to learn how to fix her 11-year-old daughter's smile after her teeth were knocked out. Martinez also said she was a dental assistant for 4 years and claimed to have the proper tools and training.
These are your teeth. You're only given one set when you're an adult. Once they go away, we're looking at other products that could cost you $50,000 to $80,000 to get you back with teeth chewing.
This is the 4th case against Emily Martinez for practicing dentistry without an active license.
Thomas Hancock was a hard-working man who never expected his life to come tumbling down. Hancock was a painter by trade until 2007 when the scaffolding underneath him collapsed and he fell 30 feet, leaving him badly injured. Hancock's attorneys fought for him, and when he was awarded money for his future medical care, they recommended he place the money with a Pinellas County-based company that specialized in safeguarding such funds. The Center for Medicare set aside.
There was money in this account, but we had no access to this money.
Melissa Beck says this is the only statement her father ever received from Medicare set aside. Dated 2023, it shows $347,000 in his account. So when Hancock got sick and his doctor said he needed chemotherapy, the family contacted Medicare set aside for help, only to get an answer they never expected.
Medicare set aside denied his chemotherapy treatment. We never could figure out why.
Thomas Hancock died from COPD and cancer complications in May. He was 73 years old. Now Melissa Beck holds one man responsible for her father's death, the man who founded Medicare Set Aside, Leo Gavoni.
I blame Mr. Gavoni. I blame Mr. Gavoni for my father's death. If he had not taken my father's money, my father may still be alive. He may not still be alive. I don't know, but that's a question that will never be answered.
Beck says she didn't discover the alleged scheme until after her father's death.
My dad had no knowledge that he was even being stolen from. That's the worst part.
2 weeks ago, federal agents arrested Gavoni and his accountant, John Witek, for embezzling $100 million over a 15-year period from Gavoni's other nonprofit that managed money. The Center for Special Needs Trust Administration, based in St. Petersburg. Before Gavoni was handcuffed, we tried to press him for answers. What would you say to the victims? How did you spend $120 million? This indictment paints a picture of Gavoni living a life of luxury off the missing millions, buying a private jet, real estate, and a box at Ray J. For Melissa Beck, she wonders who else could have been involved.
While his wife is still living this luxury, why is she not indicted on this? Why has his son not been indicted? Why has the lawyer that was working with him not been indicted?